So Mitt Romney won the Texas primary yesterday. Most people know as a result of his candidacy that he used to work for Bain Capital, but not many people really know the good and the bad of private equity. We may, Jeff, actually get a debate this election cycle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when it started in the Republican primaries, there was a sense that, you know, Mitt Romney being the candidate of choice was going to sort of bring down private equity because it was going to be the center focus of a lot of the attacks. What's happened is actually the attacks that Obama has launched, this new round, has actually galvanized some of the people that see the good in buyouts. And they've started to speak up in favor of the industry. So there actually is some positive tide that's coming out of this for the industry.
Obama's been talking about killing jobs. One of his campaign ads is looking at these steel workers who lost their jobs.
Steel company that Bain owned,
that Bain Capital owned. So what are these other guys saying, and who are they? I mean,
well, what you've got is, interestingly enough, you've got some Democratic politicians, people close to Obama, like the mayor of Newark, Cory Booker, came out and really said these attacks aren't quite right. Now, they have their own vested interests in it. I mean, you know, private equity, you know, handles pension money. They invest into the state, you know, and other states.
Cory Booker may not be the world's greatest expert on private equity either.
No, but he knows where his bread is buttered too. So you know, he's come out. You've also had you've had the political support. You've also had some of the pension funds that normally stay pretty quiet. It's not clear why that is, but they get decent returns from private equity. They have billions of dollars invested in Bain and other firms, and you've started to see some of these funds step up, write op-eds, to come out in favor and say, wait a minute, you know, cops, firefighters, teachers, our pension plans are doing quite well as a result of private equity. So that's all kind of coalescing.
So they have some arguments. Now, Romney himself used to work at Bain, used to run Bain Capital, hasn't done a great job of defending himself. What about the Carlyles, the Blackstones?
Well, that's the thing. So Bain, you know, has just started to come out. Romney himself has done a pretty poor job. He keeps focusing on these jobs. We created jobs when I was at Bain.
And those numbers can always be argued every which way.
They're not supported. It can go either way. There's tons of anecdotes on either side. So it's really a pretty weak argument. You know, but we haven't seen yet is the likes of Henry Kravis, Stephen Schwartzman, have them step up and start talk about, you know, what's good about private equity. Now, normally that would fall on deaf ears. Nobody wants to hear what's great about private equity. But right now, you've got the whole election sort of galvanized and sort of focused on this issue. And I think you have a captive audience. These guys really have people that want to hear.
So they have a chance to make their case.
They have a real opportunity to make their case that's been presented to them by President Obama by making private equity the central story of the election right now. And I think it's an opportunity right now that the industry hasn't captured yet. But you know, but it's a great opportunity for them.
Right. Well, we'll see if they do that. It may not be the election story for that much longer, of course, Jeff, but we'll be keeping an eye on that. Carlyle has a new website that makes some of these points. We'll be seeing if any of these other private equity bigwigs come out and do it, and we'll have more breaking views tomorrow.